Hi, y'all, come on in. Let me show you a little bit about where we grew up. Hi guys, Animal Gypsy Art here. We are headed to Laffitte, and we are on what used to be a very dark and dangerous road called the Laffitte-La Rose Highway. Oh, Lord. Wind up your hamsters. Anyway, so we had to drive over the bridge that goes over the industrial canal and just show you what Laffitte looks like. Chris and I got married in Laffitte by the Justice of the Peace, who, like Aunt Mary, my daddy knew everybody. So daddy knew the Justice of the Peace, so it didn't cost us $150. My daddy handed him a $50 bill, and Bob's your uncle. Let's get married. Anyway, so I'll see you in the next clip. Heading over the bridge to Laffitte. If this bridge goes out for any reason, accident, what have you, this is the only way in and out of Laffitte. There used to be two bridges, but a hurricane wiped out the other one. And then there's a place back here called Barataria, which is on Barataria Bay. That, again, the only way on and off that island is the bridge or boat. And this bridge will make a hard right hook to bring us down to the road. But if you look further off, there's nothing built out along in here because there's marshland. And that means you can't put a road back there. So this is one of the end of the world type places. You know, you keep going and see you can't go no more because you can hit water. So we'll eventually be on that highway, which is the same highway we're on. But yeah, you can't, there's, to my knowledge, yeah, it's all still swampland. There's nothing out there but trees and marsh. Pocket full of catfish. And then we were just over there. That's the road we were just on.
When I was younger, me and my buddy, we jumped off this bridge.
Oh, y'all crazy?
Yeah.
Had to be.
Oh, yeah.
That bridge is a long drop down in to the canal.
500 feet or so.
Oh. Y'all crazy. Naomi and him used to jump off the little bridge.
I was scared shitless too. I didn't want to do it. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, alright, I can do it. Oh yeah, we did it.
I can't believe you jumped off the bridge.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Look, because that's way the hell up there.
Oh yeah. Good old daredevil.
Yeah, now we old. And then this is one of the like state parks coming up. Wow, that's all overgrown. I don't think we came back here when we was back home. There's the park.
Oh, we've got all kinds of buildings back here now. It's called Fisherman's Wharf.
This used to be here. This has been here.
Yeah, that was when at the building.
No. Is that a restaurant?
Laffitte Fisheries Market.
Oh, it's a market. Yep.
Oh, that's new.
I had the opportunity to go swimming in the canal, and I was like, not happening. I'd rather jump off the front end of Daddy's boat with an alligator less than 100 feet from it and then go in that water. I remember that we was back here. Daddy had launched from Pecan Grove. So my daddy had launched from the boat launch back in Pecan Grove, and we were out in Lake Ottawachi, which is the lake that all's connected to. And when we weren't dragging trawl or fishing, I would jump off the front end of the boat, no life jacket, and basically the tow rope tied around me in case I got in a pickle. And I remember my daddy saying, "You better get your blanking butt back on this boat, because you see that over there?" And he points, and all I saw was ripples. He says, "That's an alligator, you might want to get out." And I'm like, oh, Okay, so I hauled myself back in. Daddy pulled me back on a boat, and the alligator came up close enough that I could see its eyes. That's how close I was to being alligator bait. Wow.
Got a piece of old town boat.
You have to be more specific for me. Oh, check that shit out. And that's a Groesbeck. If you whistle, a Groesbeck will turn to find the whistle. My mom used to do it all the time when I was a kid. These buildings, this one was here, I think. But these pavilions are new to us. And this is what Chris was talking about. Let me back up just a little bit more. Isn't that cool as shit, y'all? Isn't that neat? There's no plaque that I could see. Do you see one? And no, that's not a crow. That's a Groesbeck. Say hi. Check that out. I wonder where they dug that up from. I mean, I assume it was a real boat at one point. Not a prop. Watch the birds don't get him. Wow. Looks like a pirate ship, or what's left of one. It's rumored that Jean Laffitte buried some of his treasure back here. And there's trails along the old road. Oh, check that out! Oh, that is freaking neat! It was a real boat. And that would have been the bow. Check that out. There are a bunch of wealthy houses back here, and I'll shoot some video of those as well. There's this sweet house, if it's still here. It used to be my mom and dad's divorce attorney, which is really funny. What a big anchor.
Yeah.
I'll get a picture of it when I flip around. I'll get out and walk over to it. And 19 years ago this June, I got married in this building. Can you believe it's 19 years?
19 years.
There were bets that you couldn't do it.
Oh yeah.
Guess we proved people wrong, huh? The name is pronounced Chenier. That's a huge anchor. It probably would have been used with like that pirate ship piece we just saw. Why, may you ask, are some of these houses on stilts? So they don't flood? Yep. Laffitte floods every year. There's the house at the pond. It used to be my mom's and dad's lawyer when they got divorced. It is that time of the year. Hurricane season starts June 1st. We will be out of here before the first one strikes. There's the industrial canal. My daddy used to go trawling and all over here. We're gonna go over the bridge my daddy used to park by. He used to launch right here.
Yep.
And this bridge used to be green. And we go any further, the road actually ends, so we're just gonna spin around. Hi honey, we're not home. This is a Laffitte skiff, and if you look at it, where it dips down right here, that's almost in the water when it's running. So that way the trawls can be pulled off and on easier. My mom owned one for a little while, and it sunk because the bilge pump died. So
Way back when I was dating this little girl, her dad had a house back, just like a little metal shack. I hated living back here. And one day she left me, she's going, I'm gonna be gone for the weekend. And I had no ride to get back up here, get back to where I need to go. So she had an old bicycle. Rode from way back there to way up to the front. And it was like maybe 30 miles. I'm tired.
I bet you were.
Oh yeah. I never went back again. There's nothing back here.
There isn't. I mean, it's got a grocery store,
Yeah.
boat launch, and a seafood restaurant. That's it.
That's it.
Oh, and a post office. Yeah, don't look at my hair. The weather is really nice today. It's cool, muggy but cool. And we're just kind of day tripping, looking around where we kind of grew up and stuff. So we're going to show you where Chris grew up. Yeah, we almost needed a sweater today. Ain't that crazy? It was 90 earlier. When we were children, this road dead-ended right past Ellender, right?
Yeah.
So in order to get to where he grew up, you have to go around the school to the old Laffitte Rose Highway. Now you can go straight through now. Back here, we are what, 20 minutes from the nearest grocery store? Other than the rob you blind convenience stores. Like there's a convenience store near...
That way.
Yep.
Used to be, I don't know.
It's still there. I don't know if it's still open, but the building is still there. Well, that's where I grew up.
Used to play football back there.
Is that what the geese used to be too?
Yeah, I used to play David and ass. Those freaking geese. Dark too.
This is the convenience store. We're now in Jean Laffitte National Park, and we are not getting out and walking the trails because we don't want to get eaten alive. But that's Louisiana marshland, or swamp, however you want to look at it. Okay, when I was a kid, when I was a kid, none of this was here. This road, nothing was here. This was our woods. This is where as kids, this was our playground. And then the canal that runs alongside of it is the Keyhole Canal. It's not a ditch, it's actually a canal. What y'all call a river, we call canals or bayous. But these are too small to be labeled as bayous. But yeah, they put all big fine homes back here. Oh, $100,000 homes. And I can tell you what my parents paid for the one that I lived in as a kid. As a kid, we moved 4 houses. We started out in Wagaman, not where my mom lives. Then we moved to Westwego. Then we moved off of Ames Boulevard, which we already passed. Then here. And then my mom was in the process of... My parents bought the house that I'm fixing to show you in 1980. My parents split up for the last time in 1982. My mother paid off my dad from the house. In 1994, my mom was facing foreclosure. So in order to not lose any equity, she went ahead and put it on the market. And they paid $75K for it in 1980, and my mom sold it for $115K in 1994. Dead end. And then if you missed your school bus, you had to cross the canal back there. Here. And this was built while I was still a kid. Alright, this is the street I grew up on. It's just so bizarre. I mean, yes, the world doesn't stop because you move away. I get it. But it's still just really, really weird. Okay, this used to be our bus stop. And we were just over there, but you can't get through over there because there's a house blocking it. And then my friend Kim and I, who we just had lunch with, was talking about a little Asian girl that used to live, that we went to school with, that used to hang out with us. She used to live, no, that one. And she was killed in a really freak car accident. They were coming across the causeway, which is over the Lake Pontchartrain, and the melon lost control and watermelons went through the windshield. And I grew up right here. 1308, that's where I grew up. That was my room right there. They tore the house down. Holy shit, Batman. That was where Cedric used to live. I wonder what happened. Oh my God. And then you see these big trees right here? The house wasn't there. We used to swing from those trees on big, big rope swings. And these houses were here. The house on the corner used to have mirrors on the front of it. It was really gaudy. And then this was all woods. And we used to have bike trails all up in here. And a friend of ours, well, a friend of mine, no, not really a friend. Anyway, he thought he was going to be smart one day. Hang on, I'm going to flip y'all around. Yeah. Our friend, classmate, because he really wasn't a friend, thought he was being funny, being cute, and he wanted to set his farts on fire. Well, that didn't go so well for him. He had 2nd-degree butt burn. It was funny at the time, still funny today. Alright guys, that's the end of today's video. We'll see you next time. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit more of Louisiana, and specifically the swamp stuff. So, as always, subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell so you know, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye guys!